F1 in Africa, reality or mirage? You're all welcome to this exciting episode. My name is Jide. Please do follow, give me a like. Formula One is one of the most global sports on the planet. 24 races, 5 continents, millions of fans. Yet one continent remains missing. Africa, a continent of 1.4 billion people, a rapidly growing youth population, and a passionate motorsport audience. So the question is simple. Is Formula One in Africa a common reality or just another mirage? Lewis Hamilton's push. Lewis Hamilton speaking F1 grid, African landscape, one of the loudest voices calling for Formula One to return to Africa is 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. For several years, Hamilton has been lobbying behind the scene for a Grand Prix on the continent. He has traveled across Africa and openly questioned why Formula One race on every continent except Africa. Hamilton believes a race could do more than entertain. It could boost tourism, investment, and visibility for the continent. His ambition is clear. He wants to race in Africa before he retires. But Hamilton also acknowledged something important. Hosting Formula One requires more than passion. It requires infrastructure, investment, long-term planning, and it brings us to an important perspective raised recently by a Nigerian motorsport strategist, Itua Ehimuah. The ecosystem problem. Motorsport infrastructure, fans watching race in Africa, digital engagement. In a widely discussed post in one of the social media platforms, Ehimuah argued something many people overlooked. Africa does not just need a race, it needs an ecosystem. According to Ehimuah, placing a race on the calendar without building a supporting ecosystem risks turning the event into a 3-day spectacle that disappeared until the following year. He highlighted 3 key points. 1. Infrastructure. Few circuits on the continent meet FIA Grade 1 standard requires for Formula One. 2. Commercial integration. Many global brands involved in F1 still struggle to activate their partnership effectively across African markets. 3. Fan inclusion. Despite millions of fans, African audience remain largely outside F1's commercial ecosystem, from marketing to content strategy. Ehimuah argues that the real opportunity lies in building a year-round motorsport ecosystem, not simply importing a race weekend. In other words, Africa must build the structure before the spectacle. The Indian lesson. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because another emerging market faced a similar challenge. India hosted Formula One between 2011 and 2013 at the Bordeaux International Circuit. Then the race disappeared. But recently, conversations about bringing Formula One back to India have gained serious momentum. So what did India do differently? First, strong corporate backing. Conglomerates like Adani Group has expressed interest in bringing Formula One back. Second, infrastructure already exists. The Bordeaux International Circuit remained a world-class facility capable of hosting the sport. Third, a massive fan base. India has over 100 million motorsports fans, many introduced to Formula One through Netflix Drive to Survive. And finally, India positioned Formula One not just as a race, but as a cultural event capable of attracting global attention. Think festival, tourism, and business investment and global media. The message was clear. Formula One was not just about motorsport, it was about national positioning. What Africa can learn. African cities, skylines, motorsport, grassroots, karting. So what lesson can Africa take from this? There are 4 key takeaways. Building motorsport grassroots, karting leagues, junior series, and driver development program. Africa must create the pipeline for future drivers. Investment in infrastructure. Circuits like KLME in South Africa are already working towards meeting F1 Grade 1 standards. More facilities must follow. Create commercial partnership. Formula One is not just sports. It is entertainment, tourism, media, and technology. Africa needs strong partnership between government, investors, and global brands. Think beyond the race. Grand Prix must connect to a broader ecosystem. Motorsports academy, technology development, tourism strategy, media production. This is exactly the type of structure Itua Ehimuah believes Africa should focus on first. Finally, is Formula One in Africa a reality or mirage? The passion is there. The market is there. The global support is growing, but Formula One will only return when the business case is undeniable. Lewis Hamilton may be pushing from inside the sport, but the real decision will be made here on the continent by governments, by investors, by motorsport leaders, because Formula One will not come simply because Africa deserves it. It will come when Africa is ready for it. And the question for all of us in this is, if the race finally arrives, will Africa have built the ecosystem to make it last? So here's the quick question. Do you honestly think Africa is ready to host a Formula One Grand Prix? And if yes, which country should host it first? Once again, thanks for joining me. My name is Jide. If you have not started following, please do give me a like, and your comments are all welcome. Until next time, bye.